Kilimanjaro. Oh my God!
Jambo. So Jambo, everyone.
Jambo!
My name is Alina, and I am going to be your photo safari guide for the next 2 weeks here in the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Yep, that's right. It is a photo safari. So make sure that you have your cameras out and ready at all times. Animals that can appear and disappear at a moment's notice. You definitely want to get those best possible photos. Speaking of best possible photos, if you have a digital camera, let me recommend that you put it on a sports or action setting. The animals do move quickly, and I do not stop all that often. Okay. Now we're not going to see them all, but I usually have some pretty good luck. The reserve was established in 1971 to create a safe haven for the wildlife here in Africa. And over time, the animals have become quite comfortable with the trucks and people, which is good news for us, as it does mean that they are oftentimes willing to get up close to the truck to pose for those awesome photos. But that's bad news for them, because it sure does make them much easier targets for poaching and illegal hunting. Don't worry, the 800 square miles of reserve are patrolled by airborne wardens in the sky and their ground patrol on the ground, monitoring the coming and going of every single truck. And airborne patrol, this is Simba 1. Do you copy?
Jeez.
Simba 1, this is Warden Wilson Mutua. Forwarded.
Jambo Wilson, and it's good to hear from you. We are heading into Little Atori Forest. Over.
Hunter World, Simba 1. Keep your eyes open and drive carefully. You should see lots of animals.
Roger that, Wilson. Over on the left, you can see some saddle-billed storks. Saddle-billed storks are the tallest stork in Africa. Fully standing, they can reach heights of 5.5 feet tall. On the right is an okapi. Okapi are very shy and reclusive creatures. They were only discovered by the Western world in 1901. Due to their striped legs and backside, many people believe that it is related to the zebra, but in fact its closest relative is the giraffe. Go figure. Watering holes like the one on the left are a good place to look for animals. They do tend to gather here. It's also our best chances of finding the black rhinoceros on this part of the reserve. Sure enough, I do see a black rhino by the down logs over there, and the blackbirds. Black rhinos have a height of 1 inch thick. They weigh up to 3,000 pounds, and they can charge at 35 miles per hour. They have absolutely no natural predators. However, their population is rapidly declining due to poaching and illegal hunting. Oh, there's a second one over here as well. Now this is quite a treat. There are only about 4,200 black rhinos left in the wild. I'll pause here for a couple seconds. And even on reserves, it's very hard to keep these guys safe. They look so peaceful. We'll let them take their naps. Oh, look over here on the right. These are greater kudu. Greater kudu are the second largest antelope in Africa. They weigh up to 750 pounds. You can tell which one is male because he has horns.
He's horny.
I'm not seeing much else here in the forest. So, we're going to head over to the Safi River now. Safi River is my personal favorite place on the entire reserve. That's because it's home to my favorite animal, the Nile hippopotamus. Hippos are very large. They weigh 85 pounds outright. And fully grown, they can tip the scales at 5,000 pounds. Hippos have nocturnal behavior, which means they're mostly active at nighttime. And they eat up to 150 pounds of vegetation a day. You can see a hippo there floating around on the water on the right. That cute little face. I do see some hippos under the water on the left. Now hippos do spend a lot of time in the water, however they don't swim. In fact, they do the exact opposite. Hippos sink. They sink right down to the bottom of the river and then they walk. Or tiptoe along the riverbank.
They're underwater.
You can also see these large gray birds on the left. These are pink-backed pelicans. Pink-backed pelicans work together to herd small fish into shallow waters, making it much easier for them to catch. Oh, now if you look in the nest there in the middle, you can see some baby pink-backed pelicans. Look how cute they are. Aww. Super fuzzy and cute. Pink-backed pelicans that live in colonies and then they nest in trees. And there's our hippo. Hippos can hold their breath for 5 to 8 minutes at a time while they go down in the water. There's another one. Oh, there's hippos everywhere today. It's like a hippopalooza going on.
Whoa.
I see a very bumpy bridge coming up ahead, so make sure everyone is fully glued to their seats. You do not want to join the Nile crocodiles on the left. Nile crocodiles are much more aggressive than the American alligator. They have a crushing force of 1,600 pounds per square inch, reaching lengths of 18 to 20 feet long. They actually regulate their body temperature. When they're too hot, they open their mouth. Hey Wilson, this is Simba 1. Over.
Just wanted to let you know that my ground patrol has seen a lot of elephant activity near the red flag pit. You definitely want to check out that area.
Roger that, Wilson. That's some good advice. Definitely do want to see some elephants. But first we're going to check out a different area with different animals. Speaking of different, check out this giant tree on the right. This is a baobab tree. Baobab trees need very little water. They spend about 9 months of the year completely bare of leaves. The word baobab means upside down, which is a pretty good name for it because it sure does look like it's written in the air.
Lena, are those trees real?
Yeah, they're real.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. On the left is my favorite view of the entire reserve. Check out this beautiful overlook of the savannah. Ooh. Ah. Serengeti grasslands covers hundreds of square miles of eastern Africa and serves as a superhighway for many migrating animals. Check out these Ankole cattle on the right with their giant horns. Those horns can reach up to 6 feet across and have a circumference of 22 inches at the base. They look real heavy, but don't feel too bad for them. They're hollow. The savannah gets its very unique look from the many animals that live here working together. Elephants act as bulldozers. They come in and knock over trees, letting grass seeds spread. Giraffes come in and prune up the underbelly of the tree, letting in sunlight for grass to grow. Antelopes and zebras act as mowers. They chow down on the grass. And even small gazelle and warthogs help trim up the edges. With everybody working together in a healthy ecosystem, there is plenty of food for everybody. On the left, you can see some sable antelope.
Yeah.
Sable antelope are the official emblem of the Harambe Reserve. Both males and females have horns. And they do vary in shades of brown. The darker a sable is, the older it is. These tall towers burn on both sides of the truck are termite mounts. Termite mounts are as hard as cement. Elephants like to use them as scratching posts. Once they get worn down, they'll look like a pile of dirt on the right. Small gazelle will actually perch on top of it, scanning the horizon for possible predators, like cheetahs and lions. These large antelope on the left are called Patterson eland. Patterson eland are the largest antelope in Africa. Adult males weigh up to 2,000 pounds and reach heights of 6 feet at the shoulder. This fuzzy brown guy on the left past the trees is called a waterbuck. Waterbuck are named for their fondness of the water, and they actually secrete oils into their fur, making them a water repellent. You guys see a reticulated giraffe up on the hillside on the left? Reticulated giraffes are the tallest animal on Earth, reaching heights of 18 to 20 feet tall. At birth, they are 6 feet tall, weigh about 100 pounds. You see these Ankole cattle once again on the right. Ankole cattle were domesticated many millennia ago, by the Watusi tribe, which is why they are very, very commonly referred to as Watusi cattle. Now, I can tell this is a reticulated giraffe from its pattern. The word reticulated comes from the Latin word reticulata, which means net and describes the pattern in its fur. As we go around the corner as well. white-bearded wildebeest. White-bearded wildebeest are the largest migrating herd of animals on Earth. 1.5 million cross Africa each and every year, which is what I call a traffic jam. Coming up on the right, you can see some very small critters. Those are Thompson gazelle. We fondly call them Tommies, and believe it or not, they are fully grown. Tommies weigh no more than 60 pounds, and their black and white racing stripes are very well deserved because they can run at 55 miles per hour. Sure enough, there are 2 giraffes on the left. No 2 giraffes ever have the exact same pattern. They're as unique as our fingerprints.
Yeah.
I thought I saw somebody pointing at me, but he's not here. Should I go around again? So you're looking for Dwayne. He should be somewhere out there. You don't need to comment, so let me call him back if he doesn't show up.
Oh, then coming around the corner is another giraffe, but this is not a particular giraffe. That is a Maasai giraffe. You notice how its pattern's a little bit different? You can identify it by the oak leaf shape of its pattern. Maasais are much shorter, about 14 to 18 feet tall.
We have a security bird here now, so we're being Jeffrey.
What is your location?
We're at Monkey Point, headed toward elephant country. Over.
Keep your eyes on one for me. It's the baby elephant that was wandering off on its own.
Oh no, not poachers. Alright everyone, keep your eyes open for a lone mother elephant. And remember, if you see anything suspicious, make sure to let me know.
Kill them poachers!
Well, around here, sometimes I can find some good tunes on the radio. Let's see what I can find today. Yeah, not that one, check something different.
Wow.
This is a great song. It's been in the top 10 here in Harambe for quite some time. Now it does say that our road is closed and it does appear to have been completely washed away. So we're gonna have to check out the detour. I'm not real sure where it's going to take us, but Hakuna Matatas. No worries. I don't like most of this bridge coming up at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it off the radio so it doesn't distract me. Go ahead and cross your fingers and think happy thoughts. I am going to go pull very slowly over this bridge. Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. Focus on your happy thought. Focus on, whoa! Breakfast for dinner!
I knew I shouldn't have had the dessert!
Breakfast for dinner! Breakfast for dinner! Okay, I think we're good. Let's get off this bridge. Phew! We made it. Good job, everyone. Well, let's figure out where we are. Oh, this is great news. These are the right places that Wilson told us about earlier. Woo. You can see hoof and tusk marks in the right place. Over there are more elephants nearby. Elephants actually eat the red clay in order to add beneficial vitamins and minerals to their diet.
Whoa!
Both male and female elephants have ivory tusks, which make them very vulnerable to poaching and illegal hunting. Even on reserves, it's quite hard to keep them safe. Here in Harambe, we have researchers who are studying the vocal communications of elephants. By understanding how elephants talk to each other, we can hopefully find more ways to keep them safe even in the wild. When you see a herd of elephants, you can know that they are all female with their calves. And that's because elephants live in matriarchal societies, and the male bull elephant will only come around during mating season. Female elephants have a gestation period of 22 months, meaning they are pregnant for nearly 2 whole years. It's way too long in my opinion. Once that baby elephant is born, it will stay with its mother for 13 to 15 years, copying its every behavior and learning how to act like an elephant. That's why it's so important that we help warn wolves and find that lone mother elephant. Without its mother, the baby might not survive. Everyone knows the elephant is the largest animal on Earth. They weigh up to 13,000 pounds, and they maintain their massive size by eating up to 300 pounds of food a day. These groovy pink birds on the left are the flamingo. These are actually the greater flamingo, which is the lightest pink of all flamingos. They get their color from eating brine shrimp and other water creatures that are high in keratin levels. Although pink as adults, when they hatch from the egg, they're just little gray fluff balls. On the ground on the right, you can see some very large bird eggs. Those are ostrich eggs. They weigh about 3.5 pounds each. But it makes sense that they are so large because the ostrich is the largest bird on Earth.
Simbawan, I see you at the junction. I suggest you go west. It will be worth it.
Roger that. If Wilson says head west, he must be sounding pretty good, so we definitely want to head that way. But first, look over to the left, all the way in the corner of this grassy hillside. You can see some cheetahs lying down at the base of the tree. All the way in that far left corner. Cheetahs are the fastest animal on the planet, reaching speeds of 70 miles per hour in short bursts. They're also one of the few big cats that does the majority of its hunting during the daytime. By that tree. Land formation coming up ahead is called a copie. Copies are a very common place to find lions. Lions like to hang out here because it gives them such a great view of the surrounding area, making it much easier for them to find prey. To be completely honest with you, the lion is probably sleeping somewhere. They do spend 18 to 20 hours of every day completely inactive. And actually, I do see the male lion sleeping there all the way over by the rocks. You can see its mane of hair. That's about it.
You see it on his back, right?
Might get a better view of it as we go around the corner. On the right, you can see a white rhino up on the hillside. See the white rhino lying down? White rhinos are not named for the color of their skin, but from the mispronunciation of the Afrikaans word bite, which means white, describes the shape of their mouth. These antelope here are scimitar horn oryx. Scimitar horn oryx gets its name from the shape of its horn, which resembles a Middle Eastern sword, the scimitar. This is a young scimitar. Their horns reach up to 3.5 feet long. Oh, there's a female lioness there. Contrary to popular belief, the male lion does very little hunting. The majority of the hunting for the prey is actually done by that female lioness.
That's what she's looking at.
The lion can't get to the antelope.
Oh, and look, he's sleeping on his back, the male lion. Pretty silly.
Very serious. See him sleeping on his back.
Now, do you see evidence of warthogs here on the left? Warthogs are the largest burrowing animal in Africa. They like to dig these big holes. And sure enough, Just like this one at the bottom hole, that's what they do. They back themselves into it, supposing nothing but their razor sharp tusks and beautiful faces. That's an effective way of warding off predators. Straight ahead is an ostrich, largest bird on earth. They do have wings, but they are completely pointless because they cannot fly. However, they can run at 40 miles per hour. Now see that brown antelope on the right? That's a bontebok. Take a good look at them. Bontebok no longer exists in the wild at all and can only be found on protected reserves.
There are poachers in the area. Can you help us get them out?
What do you guys say? Can we help Wilson?
Yeah!
Wilson, we are on our way. Over.
Kill the poachers!
Oh boy, this is a lot of responsibility. I'm sure I'm glad you guys are here to help me.
I'm glad I brought my machete.
Oh no. Oh, this is not good at all. These gates are supposed to be kept closed. That tells me the poachers have left the reserve. We better investigate. Porter Wilson, we have left the reserve. Have you seen any more activity from the sky? Over.
The poachers are heading east. Keep going and you drive them to my patrol. Over.
Roger that. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Geysers? Really? Let's get out of here.
Really?
Oh, I did see a poacher's camp ahead. Maybe we can sneak up on it. Oh no, it's been deserted. Order Wilson, I think we're too late.
Oh, not to worry. You drop them right into my patrol.
Excellent, I'm glad that we could help.
The poachers' friends will never get far. You located the house of the house. Thanks to you, they are now both dead.
Anytime, Wilson. Anytime.
It's the tilt-a-whirl.
Well, we totally rock. Good job, everyone. Woo! Yeah! Thank you so much for helping Warren Wilson and I reunite that big elephant with his mother and help with those poachers. You guys are totally awesome. Unfortunately, it does mean that we have to cut our 2 weeks by a little short. So I'll be dropping you off at the nearest Warden's post. If you'd like to see more up-close animal encounters, I would highly recommend the Pangani Forest Trail. It's just a short hike before turning the Harambee village. And up there, you just might get a chance to see some gorillas.